Welcome to Easy Bio. Today we are going to talk about levels of organization. According to the syllabus, these are the points which are needed for the syllabus. Level of organization. What do we mean by level of organization? In case of large organisms, they are multicellular. What do we mean by multicellular? It means they are formed of many cells. In this case, each cell has its particular function according to the place, according to the organ. So each cell should be modified in its shape or its structure or both to perform this particular function. And in this case, the cell is called specialized cell. So the cell starts at the beginning as any animal or plant cell, the model shape of animal and plant cell. But according to the place, according to the organ, so the cell is modified or changed in its shape or its structure or both. We have some examples for these specialized cells. Firstly, we'll talk about the specialized cells in animal. We are talking about the animal. The human is included in the animal kingdom. So the first one, red blood cells. Red blood cells, they are modified, but each cell modified for the particular function. That's why we have to know what is the function of each one and then how is it modified. So the red blood cell is modified for its function. So what is the function of red blood cell? Transport of oxygen. So we need to transport the oxygen. How can we modify the cell? Modify the cell by change its shape and even its structure. As you see, in this case we are talking about the shape. It's biconcave in shape. Secondly, there is no nucleus. Why? Because we need the much space for carrying hemoglobin to carry the oxygen which needed to be transported. So in cytoplasm we have hemoglobin. That's why the color is red, the color of red blood cells, because of the presence of hemoglobin. Second specialized cell is the muscle cell. Before starting, as you know, we have to mention the function. What is the function of muscle cell? Function of muscle cell for movement. To move, so they need to contract and relax. Contract and relax. If we look at the muscle cell, it's very specialized, completely different than the animal cell. So elongated, okay, they are carrying what? We said that last lesson. We said they need to move, so they need high energy. That's why large number of mitochondria found in the cytoplasm of muscle cell. So a lot of mitochondria are there, okay. They are elongated, as you see, long, as you see, okay. They combine together. They have a special shape, as you see, to be easily combined together to form the muscle fiber. Okay, so their shape changed, their structure changed according to the function. So we need the muscle fiber to contract and relax for the movement. Next, ciliated cell. This ciliated cell found in respiratory tract. So what is the function? Waft out the mucus or removing the mucus. So they should be adapted for that. How? To take a special shape, as you see. They have cell, they have hair-like structure, which is called cilia, okay, and they have goblet cell. Goblets are responsible for mucus. The mucus carrying the dust and the microbes which get inside the respiratory tract and which carried by the cilia, and then wafting out the mucus which carrying the mucus contains microorganisms and the dust. Secondly, in plant, in the plant we have two examples for specialized cells. The first one, root hair cell. So how the root hair cell adapted for? This is the plant cell as we said before, right? Do you remember the shape of the plant cell? So we have the nucleus, we have the whole structure, but as you see, it's more elongated. What is the function? Absorption of water and minerals from the soil. So we need to increase the rate of absorption. One base in of the most important basics of biology in O level, increasing the size, increasing the surface area, increasing the rate of any process. So here we need to increase the rate of absorption. How can we increase the rate of absorption? By increasing the size. So it's elongated, as you see, more longer than the normal plant cell. Secondly, xylem. Vessel. What is the function of xylem vessel? Xylem vessel function transport water. Transport water from the root to the leaves. So it should be adapted according to this function. So if we look at it, this is the shape, tube-like structure. As you see, this was different plant cells, but the ends end to end. Okay, so they adapted for transporting the water, so there is no end wall, there is no cytoplasm, as you see, no nucleus, no organelles. By the way, sometimes the xylem vessel described as dead tissue. Okay, why? Because there is no organelles at all. But plus this, we have an extra structure surrounding these cell walls. As we know, the origin cell wall is formed of cellulose, but to make it more stronger, we add more substance which is more stronger and waterproof, which is called lignin. So we have lignified cell wall. So it's adapted for transporting the water from the root, Firstly, the water is absorbed by the root hair cells and then accumulated and then needed to be transported to the leaf, because the leaf, the organ which needs the water for photosynthesis. So by the help of xylem, we can transport the water from the root to the leaves for photosynthesis. Last example of the specialized cells in the plant is palisade cell. So what is the function of palisade cell? Photosynthesis. So what do we need for photosynthesis? We need chlorophyll. We need chlorophyll. So it will be the typical shape of plant cell, but there is more and more chloroplasts. More chloroplasts. Why? We need more chlorophyll to trap as much as we can from the sunlight to increase the rate of photosynthesis and produce the water. These are examples of specialized cells in animal and plant cells. Next point, we have different cells. As I told you, for example, we have, this is the muscle cell. If we combine two muscle cells, 3, 4, so we form a group of muscle cells. This called muscle fiber. So group of cells gives a tissue. So we have group of cells combined together, which are similar in shape and structure, combined together to form a tissue. Different tissue, like here we have the muscle cell to form the muscle fiber. Different tissue, for example, if we have different tissue for the digestive system, for example. So we have in digestive system, we have different tissue. We have layers, many layers. This layer considered as different tissue. Each tissue is combined together to form group of tissues to form organ, like the stomach, for example. So the stomach is an organ of the digestive system, So we have stomach, we have esophagus, we have the mouth, we have the intestine. All of these are different organs of the digestive system. So here gives an organ system, different organs to form an organ system. And we have different organ systems like respiratory system, we have nervous system, we have digestive system, we have circulatory system. All these systems to form the organism, So this is the organization. Group of cells gives a tissue, group of tissue gives organ, group of organs give organ systems, and group of organ system give the organelle. Example as the human being.